Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, February 19th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I connect into my divinity by utilizing my creativity. So here we are, we're finally going to be moving into Pisces, hitting 1 degree Pisces, and we still have really watery energy. We have the moon today continuing through the sign of Scorpio. We have a few days left of this Mars retrograde energy in the sign of Cancer, and then we have just all of the Pisces going off. Sun, Mercury, Saturn, North Node, and Neptune all in Pisces energy. So this is a lot of water, which means there's a lot of emotional processing that is happening for all of us right now. So just be aware of that. That being said, I'm going to actually start with the Prism Oracle card, another purple card, and it's creativity. And actually, funny enough, creativity popped up in this as well, and that's one of the highlights of I would say Pisces energy, but not just Pisces. The watery energies are all very creative, and there's so many ways that we can utilize our creativity, but recognizing that we are creators and that this is one of our connections to our divinity. When you are creating, whether it's making food or writing something, painting, dancing, poetry, there's so many more ways of being creativity or being creative. Being creativity, yes. There's so many ways of doing it, but it's conscious utilization of it, or even consciously recognizing it when you're in that creative mode and recognizing that is divine energy, that is divine inspiration moving through you. There is a sense of the mystic that moves through you. Even, I would say, philosophical conversations, while they may be sometimes heady, there is an energy of creativity in there. Makeup is creative. Putting an outfit together is creative. Decorating your house is creative. There's so many ways to utilize this energy, but the key is to utilize it. And so it's showing up for very strongly in this energy. But I think with all of the Pisces energy going on, it's one way to help move energies through. It's one way to help move emotional energy through. So it's tuning in. What is your brand of creativity? I'm gonna stretch it just a little bit. I was thinking about Joe, and I was like, what's his brand of creativity right now? Now he has many creative things, but I was like, even, sometimes in playing video games, when you're like, I am going to do this, and you innovate that, there's a creativeness to this. Like, be creative with recognizing your creativity. Plants, you can't see, well, I have a fun little dude right here, fun little plant right here. All my plants are in because it's freezing. But even gardening and tending to your plants and the pots you put them in, or the rocks you put around them, and how you talk to them, creativity. So we're wanting to utilize that. Now, that will help, like I said, move these energies through. We have the moon making the connections today. Moon connecting to Mars, moon connecting to Saturn, moon connecting to Uranus. 2 of these connections are watery. So again, it might even be the creative ways you process whatever it is that's showing up and making you feel the feels. And I encourage you to let yourself feel, let yourself cry, let yourself be angry, let yourself be happy, let yourself be joyful, let yourself be curious, let yourself feel what you're feeling. We do start the day with Moon Mars. Moon in Scorpio, Mars in Cancer. This energy could be aggro. Now, for many of us, we will be sleeping, but you could have aggro dreams. You may be working it out in your dream time, so be aware of that. Or you could wake up feeling those feels and be like, ah! Again, we are finishing up this Mars retrograde. Oh my goodness, thank goodness we are finishing this up. Sunday is when Mars goes direct, but it's going to squeeze out of you what you need to emotionally process and move through your body. Even though Mars is retrograde, these emotions, these energies are needing movement. even if it's octopus. We also have Moon connecting into Saturn in Pisces. And this energy can feel a little shitty, but it doesn't have to. What it's really meant to pull on you is, again, your divine self, your divine creativity, your divine why. Why did you come here? What was the purpose? And connecting into that and moving into that. And sometimes the purpose is just to like be here and be human. But I will say, if you're watching this, if you have spiritual inclination, which if you're alive, there's somewhat of a spiritual inclination in you because we are just spiritual beings. You're here now in this tempestuous time for a reason. So keep your awareness of that. And how are you being called to show up? And maybe how you're being called to show up is just to spread goodness, kindness in a contentious world. So keep that in mind if you're getting a little shitty about the energies. We wrap the day up, well, it's not really wrapping the day up, but move into Moon and Uranus a little bit later in the afternoon, and it's a little oppositional. Moon in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus, and this might bring up some worth issues. This may even bring up issues around your art and around your creativity. Usually during some part of the art process, it's like, this is terrible. And you can feel like, why am I even doing this? I'm not even good at this. And then somehow something turns out and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this. So keep that in mind if you're feeling that. Sometimes that's part of the process. Sometimes the contrast can bring in creative ideas. If you are feeling contrast, whether it's in your personal worth, in your talents, in your beingness, in money or anything, see if you can lean into creative insight. In fact, this looks like, I think it is, this is a light bulb. We have a light bulb moment in this creativity card. So it's a reminder, like, you can have these aha ideas. Sometimes you just need to leave space. Sometimes, this is very Pisces, sometimes the surrender is necessary. And I will tell you my slight surrender story. I have been telling you guys I wanted a snow day. I just needed a day off. I don't know what I do. I have ideas why, but I just needed it. And last night it looked like the snow was not going to happen till later. And like I cried about it because like I said in yesterday's scope, I just needed a day. I just needed it. It wasn't even about the why, just needed it. And when it looked like it wasn't going to happen, I cried about it, and then I was like, okay, I surrender. If I'm, going to work, then I'm going to work, and I'm going to be great at it. If that's where the universe wants to put me, then there's a reason for that, and I trust that. And then I woke up, and I got my snow day. It's still snowing now. And I felt very joyous about it. And I was grateful that I surrendered to whatever the process was. This can sometimes be Pisces. And sometimes the answer is yes now. And sometimes the answer is yes later. And sometimes the answer is no because there's something better. And so keep that in mind if you're feeling the contention, if you're feeling challenged, even as you come up with creative solution. Leave space for the divine. Leave space for the miracles. Leave space for surrender, because we never know all of the haps, even if the weather app is like, it's not going to snow till noon. It was snowing at 7 a.m. this morning. So universe was, and one of the weather apps was like, no, it's not going to snow yet. It was. So nothing knows all besides like the universe. And I think remembering that within ourselves, within apps, within AI or any of that, all of that is really important. So let's look at these other cards besides the creativity card energies. I did actually want to mention, this is nice too, Lilith pulled back to Libra, so giving us a little break with that contentious Pallas Lilith square that we've been feeling. But Pallas is moving towards Pluto, so there'll be other Pallas lessons. And I think this is something to keep in our mind, that just like none of us know all, we all have energies that we've been grown up in, and none of us have it all figured out where we are in our light and where we're in our shadow. Just going to leave that there. So, love these two cards for Pisces together. Beyond Illusion and the Totality card, which is, I call the Be Here Now card. And I call the Beyond Illusion card the Use Your Illusion card. So be here now, but take time to daydream. Take time to vision. This is part of the creativity process of Pisces. But be here now is like, hey, now is good too. There's a good Abraham quote, which is like, I am so grateful for where I am, but I'm eager for more. And I think these two cards demonstrate that, where we can hold that space. Clinging to the past. This card has come up every day, so we're processing some deeper emotions from potentially multiple lifetimes. So again, if you're crying over wanting a snow day like me last night, chances are there's some deeper things. Mine felt inner child. It felt like an inner child thing. Just like, okay, I need a break from everything. I felt that a lot as a child. I need a break from everything, just need to be in my own energy kind of thing. So cling to the past. Notice if you feel some uncomfortable feelings coming up or some suppressive energies coming up, hold space for those. Again, be here now with them. You can shift them, you can move them through, but sometimes you just need to be present and allow those energies to move through. So I'm going to leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And remember that I have the eclipse readings going on. We have our first eclipse coming up in a month, less than a month, in March. So email me about that. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong. And just know you can trust the process because you are the solution. Namaste.